Hey guys, okay, so what I'd like to do is show you how to apply tags quick and easy and how to delete tags, edit tags, as well as create smart list. And just real quickly, basically a tag is nothing more than a label. So you can have as many labels as you want. You can label your users any way that you want. And it's just a quick and easy way to filter people based on maybe somebody is a parent at a school, or maybe somebody is belongs on your newsletter list and that sort of thing. And then the smart list is just a preset filter that easily can pull up those filtered tagged people. So I have a few test users in here, and you can see that none of them have tags. So first we're going to start by adding a group set of tags. And so let's say I want to add a new tag, and let's call it newsletter. Newsletter does not yet exist in this system, so it's just a test system. When I type it in, it isn't showing up any existing tags, so I'm just going to click on plus, and it's actually going to automatically just create that newsletter for me. But it's going to wonder why, so I have their address. This is just part of the audit. When you add tags and do certain things in the system, it's going to ask you why, just so that when you look back later, you can say, oh, well, that's why I did it. We click on add, and you can see in a second that tags are going to show up over here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just remove tags. And so let's say if we had a long list, we could do a bulk remove, but in this case I'm just selecting one user. If we did the whole list, we'd do it this way, but I'm just doing the one user, and I'm going to remove that tag. So I could click on remove tag up here, and now that the tag exists in the system, it automatically shows in the list, or if I was to start typing, it would also show. So lost their address and remove. Now in a second you're going to see that that tag is removed. Now let's say we want to add another tag here. Let's say we're maybe starting an electronic newsletter list. So I'm going to click on add tag, e-newsletter. You can see that instead of doing e-space, there are no spaces allowed, so I have to do e-newsletter. You could do party dash event instead of party space event, and now it's going to ask me why I want to add it, and it's just because I have email. Okay. Add, and in a second we're going to see that this person now has the newsletter and the e-newsletter tag for both of them. All right, so we've figured out how to do that, and I'm going to go into this test user here, and let's say we're having a call and he says, you know what, I really like all of your content, but I just don't have the time, or maybe I get too many emails. Can you go ahead and remove me from your e-newsletter? Sure, no problem. I just click on that and it removes it. One of the cool things about tags is that you can also set it up so it will trigger campaigns and events as well. So sometimes we might add a tag and it will start a sequence of events. But if we go back to the users, it's going to show that I've removed that user. Let's say we have a really long list and we need to download just the people that have newsletter tags. What we can do is create a smart list. Now up here you can see the filter is set to all, so there are no filters on the system currently. But if we add a filter, and you can see you can filter by just about anything, I'm going to click on tag, and I'm going to say the tag is newsletter. And it has a short list, so it shows me the newsletter tag. So what I'm doing is creating a filter for anybody that has a newsletter tag. And if I want to save that as a smart list, I can click on save as smart list, and I'll call it newsletter. Bang. And what's really cool is that it shows up here. So this could be applied in a bazillion different ways. It could be your hot list, your warm list, your newsletter list, whatever it is. But when I click on it, it's going to pull up everybody that has a newsletter, which is my entire list at this point. Let's say we want to go ahead and add another filter. Okay, so I'm going to go and I'm going to change this to e-newsletter. Apply. I'm going to save that as a new smart list. Okay, save and close. So now I have a few different quick filters here, and this one is show me all the contacts, and so basically there are no filters again. This is showing me people that have just the e-newsletter, and now show me people that have the newsletter tag. Okay, and in this case it's showing both, which is pretty cool. But let's say, you know what, I'm not going to send an e-newsletter anymore. It's just too much work. I don't want to do it. not what I'd recommend, but in any case, I don't need that tag anymore. So what do I do? How do I delete that tag? So let's go ahead and clean up your tags here. So we go to settings, and you could go over here and just simply delete the tag. All right. And it's going to delete the tag. We're left with this one. Let's say you wanted to rename this though, because newsletter could be email newsletter or newsletter, just depending on your business processes and what your lingo is. So we'd go over here and edit, and we'd say USPS newsletter. Again, remember we can't have spaces, so I'd add a dash there and edit. And now it's pretty clear. This is a direct mail newsletter list. Okay, so I'm going to go back to here, and now we're stuck with this smart list that doesn't really have a tag associated with it. So to manage a smart list, we can up across the top here click on manage smart list, and you can see these are the custom filters basically that you've created, and it's kind of cool. You can reorder them in case you want to have, you know, your cold leads, your warm leads, your hot leads, your active leads, and so on. But in this case, we're just going to remove one of the filters, and so I'm going to go over here and click on the trash can. Okay, and you can see that it cleans it right up. So now when I'm back in the main dashboard, I have the unfiltered list, and then I have the list with people who have the newsletter tag. So I hope that helps. We just walked through how to create smart lists, how to edit smart lists, how to delete smart lists, and how to add and remove tags. Hope it's helpful. Take care.